Panic and terror lead to thrashing, flailing, and limbs that moved as though they were disconnected. I had no idea what to do. In my mind I pleaded, "How do I escape?" I was drowning in fear and the water. Welcome to Let's Lift the Veil. If these testimonies touch you, help us spread the word. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Every interaction helps these extraordinary voices be heard by as many people as possible. Keep sharing the light. Stay curious. Stay open. Let's lift the veil together. On a beautiful sunny day in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, my little brother Thomas and I were playing in a neighborhood apartment swimming pool. I was 11 years old and had not yet learned to swim. It was not for lack of trying on my parents' part. They did their best and offered me many opportunities to take swimming lessons. I am sensitive to cold and fought the wisdom of acquiring this life-saving skill. This particular day, the water was warm and inviting. At first, me and my brother played in the shallow end. We dangled our feet in the water and splashed each other, giggling and laughing with delight. Eventually, sunshine and boredom enticed us to actually sit in the water. I noticed that the pool floor slanted downward. Curious, I stood up and exclaimed, "Look, Tommy, I can walk all the way to the deep end if I tilt my head up." Inching further and further down the incline, I was now on my tiptoes. Then suddenly, I became submerged and watched the blue sky and air that was needed disappear. Panic and terror lead to thrashing, flailing, and limbs that moved as though they were disconnected. I had no idea what to do. In my mind I pleaded, "How do I escape?" I was drowning in fear and the water. Next, just like a light switching on, everything went from despair to complete and utter bliss. There was a brilliant sphere of light filled with sparkling colors and purity. This word does not give justice to what I witnessed. I had no fear, and my body relaxed and felt nothing but joy. This thought entered my consciousness. What was I so afraid of anyway? Linear time ceased to exist. A need to rest beckoned me to sleep. When I woke up, I was coughing out water on the pool walkway, and a young male college student was asking me if I was okay. I learned to swim within 2 weeks of this experience. There was even a newspaper story about me and my classmates' swimming lessons at Lake Coeur d'Alene. Yes, the water was cold, but I finally acquiesced to this necessity of life. My life, behind the veil. I remember it as clearly as if it happened yesterday. Even though many years have gone by, I was just a child, curious, and afraid of many things. That day, something inside me changed forever. Not just because I almost died, but because I experienced a moment of clarity so pure, so profound, that it reshaped how I see life itself. There was a shift. First, panic, of course, but then silence. No more struggle, just an indescribable peace. It was as if my mind let go of everything I had ever known. Time, space, even my own body. There was no past, no future. Just an endless present. And above all, there was this light. Not a light like the sun or a lamp, but a presence. Radiant, loving, all-encompassing. It didn't speak. It didn't need to. It simply was. And that was enough. I didn't see any spiritual beings. I didn't get answers about the universe or visions of the future. but what I felt went far beyond the beliefs I held at the time. It was as if my soul remembered a place it had always known but had forgotten. As I grew older, it took me a long time to understand what that moment truly meant. For years I stayed silent, not knowing how to explain it. But later, especially after facing illness, I began to see it for what it was. A gift. A quiet knowing that death isn't the end, that our consciousness continues, and that maybe the greatest truth is the peace we discover when we finally stop being afraid. Thank you for listening to this near-death experience. If this story moved you, please consider liking, commenting, and sharing it. It's a small action for you, but it means the world to this growing channel. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next journey beyond the veil. Every click helps us give voice to these powerful stories. Take care of yourself and those you love. Until next time, keep sharing the light. Stay curious, stay open. Let's lift the veil together.